Inmates don't like sex offenders. Trigger warning. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones, and I spent several years working in a prison. And inmates, most inmates do not like child sex offenders. They get very triggered by that and bothered by that. One of the things that inmates will do is they kind of have their own like little intake process. When inmates come to jail, they want to see your paperwork. They want to know what you're in here for, and they want to know they want to know your offenses. And so a lot of times when they find out that a guy or a woman is there for a child sex offense, they get very pissed off by that, and they want to make sure that everybody knows what they're in there for. It doesn't happen all the time. I think there's a lot of more protective measures now, but quite frequently this is something that they used to do back in the day. They want to make sure that people know what they're in there for, and so that you get what you get as a result of your time. And so I call it, the mark of the beast. So what they'll do is they'll cut them on their cheek, and it'll leave it'll scar, and that never goes away. So they cut them deep enough that it looks like it very clearly looks like a gash that didn't heal and probably needed stitches. So if you see someone that's kind of walking around, and they have that mark, because those never go away. And if they've done time, it's typically they do it because a person has done a child sex offense. Sometimes they'll cut somebody in the corners of the mouth, if a person is a snitch or things like that. But again, always going to be on the cheek for a sex offense. And so, that's like advertising to other inmates. Say, hey, I've done a sex offense. And so, a lot of times it becomes a safety and security issue because, once they have that scar, that sort of opens them up for, more violence and more, retaliation from other inmates. But, if you ever see that kind of gash, and most people, when they get it, they never tell the truth. That they definitely try to hide it, but yeah, it's always going to be marked by that deep gash wound on the cheek.